Most welcome to Unified Fields and iBrain. So I am Nicole and I work a lot to get humanity really into the consciousness of light. And we are hitting such a powerful period from now on until December. It's incredible what we can achieve in a short amount of time. And so I'm showing you, this was my first crystal ever, my my happy vibe. It has a lot of rainbows in it, and today I'm paying tribute to this smoky quartz that helped me for over 18 years. And as I can talk to it right now, it's like, hey, it's time to see crystal clear and open all the eyes within. I cannot even imagine or understand people having any more trouble now going on. When living in light and the light realms along the crystalline grid systems, there should be no single issue left in troublesome vibrations. And yet it seems to be people struggle with it. And so I'd like to talk about the big wheel of fortune many talk about, but do not understand the work it takes to get there. And it means we need to bring the spokes on the wheel of fortune full circles. And so this time around I'm offering a big opportunity to understand it with such a powerful energies coming through, yet in balance, especially until December, as everything that is connected to the heart comes to the forefront. And I'm happy to announce that it is time. We can no longer live broken relationships. We can no longer adapt to anything that fractures us. We want perfections. And so what is coming up in the next week is that powerful vibration. You cannot even hold it back anymore. You need to communicate it, speak it out, talk to people, talk to friendships, your spouse, anything, and tell them you want to hit a higher vibration, because that is what the universe is bringing through. We are no longer lingering on the astral dream planes. That's over and done. We have done so much work in order to move from the matrix into crystalline grids and crystallizing the body, your incorporation, in order to get that universal information down and to put everybody on their tracks of evolution. So these terms like abundance, prosperity, success, we all want that, and we want to feel so good. Yet sometimes it's hard to see what that single item may be that holds you back from achieving it. And sometimes it can be so simple. We don't really need all that motivational stuff anymore. We need to rewire the brainwaves, get out of the mind control. That's all there is to it. So getting out of the newscast, getting out of your TV series and all that, because they influence your subconscious levels on a very large scale, and oftentimes we are not aware of them. And so these can bring through cords, energy lines that cut your vibration down. And once you move beyond that, you will move in such an energetic station along the grids and manifest like an automatic magnet. I put it that way. And that is so interesting. This week for me, I didn't sleep for 3 whole days. No, I was used like going to bed like at 3 or 4 in the morning, and work like a lunatic for 18 hours a day. But this week, 3 days in a row, no sleep. I say, holy, there we go. I love it and I feel so great. Some people do not understand it. It just means something is out of alignment if you don't have that power moving through. And oftentimes it's just very small things that needs to be healed, need to be left behind, old things we cling on to, and that needs to balance out actually, because if there is one small item we refuse actually, or we fear to let go of, that will affect everything else in order to manifest your life within a new schedule, because that is coming true. And it's all about aligning the heart to business and getting that in perfection in a way, no manipulative or controlled businesses anymore. Creating success with something you really truly love, and getting that vibration so deep within you. So here also I'm going to do a specialty as the vibrations this week. They will move and move and move, unstoppable, and will confront you with a new communications system in which you can communicate. You want something better. You want that higher vibration. You want that higher level of respect, humility, that higher level of resonance actually. You resonate, your brain waves, they cannot expand when living in the matrix. When moving into the crystalline grid systems that override the densities, you will see you can easily expand your brain waves and change the glandular system. The glandular systems hold on to many subconscious levels, your own subconscious levels, collective subconscious levels, and very extremely deep subconsciousness levels, and they can be easily eliminated. So I was thinking about something new to do, I would love to do with you, and how that will turn out as I live the crystalline grids 24/7, and they are so strong. I get the chills to my feet, to my entire organism. The information comes easily. So I've been running an MP3 player to get you into that space where you get your vibration so high you start to manifest instantly. And I'll be putting out that alignment, which takes about an hour and maybe 20 minutes something, but it's very deep. Along that, I will offer like a syllabus in which you can really come to the point with yourself what you really want to achieve. What is your level of success? What is that abundance? What is that kind of wheel of fortune? And allow self to be lucky in it as well, to be lucky, to align it to the heart, and write that out, write everything out. It's very detailed, like about, I think it's 22 pages, and you can work through that, like let's say for a week. I have a larger one which is about 100 pages. So we can go as detailed as we want, but let's start off with a small thing which you will get for free. People still love those things for free, but the thing with it is those who want that alignment, it's about €11.11. I like that number because it brings you in complete balance, the equilateral course, not the longer legs, you know. And that alignment, when writing that out, with the full moon that is hitting, that is going to be potent, because it's the knowledge, the information that comes with your power plant. And hopefully you don't have any ailments to your spinal column, so you can get that phoenix straight racing into your universal self. And so during that big manifestation moon alignment in Mars, I will rise into Cassiopeia, into the universal dragon lights, and will align there, let's say, for 3 long hours, because I've written out a complete deep meditation, which is available as well for those who want it. Or if you just want to do that simple alignment, I'm writing out how your vibration would feel like on the level of success, of abundance. What are your actions? Because without taking action, we are not going to get anywhere, right? So you need to have that vision open those visionary ley lines with new perspective ley lines all the way into your universal remembrance. Remembrance is very, very important, and I do know many people are opening up in they start to remember what true love is about. They start to remember what loving people is about, loving animals, loving nature, loving flowers. And that comes to the body that is aligned spiritually to the highest essence of beauty. And there's the body of beauty, which is a very high vibration actually. So here, to further explain the experiment, actually, I will all take you into my particular circle of light, which is a straight alignment into the heart of light, many terms Shambhala, which is grounding on the earth, and thus the changes coming through with the elements, of course, because the earth is no longer accepting our shenanigans. And so all your intentions, your intuition, your imagination with your name will be put in that circle of light during these 3 hours with me, in order to start that manifestation out with you. That is for those who want to buy the alignments. And that is going to be very, very powerful, because you're gonna feel the vibration. I already feel it going, sissing to my feet right now. So what we have is an extreme balance actually. You have that extreme strong force into knowledge, into your vision with Mars is pure vision, you know, and it's a very high energy into the red dragon along the phoenix rising, and counterbalancing that with that high level expansion. We can manifest through the heart, should go many miles, and the heart will readjust actually for many months now. I'm very happy to know that. I didn't know that would ever come true, but it is. It's actually logic, you know. We cannot move into light body alignments and still dig into the lower vibration, low mentality, low acceptance, low fractures. We need to communicate them out. And if it doesn't work out, you know, leave people behind. I mean, it's an ongoing process, as I've talked about in my former video. But then again, when moving into light body, maybe ask yourself, what does it mean to you? What does light body mean? It means, in the first place, you start to crystallize your body and you get the right equipment through. Without the right equipment, we may stay in illusions, thinking everything will happen to you as an automatic. That, however, is not true, because the divine is saying we work together as a team, we unify. And there is a lot of assistance to creating the light vehicle, the Makiva, so to speak, with all 12 universes, all 12 energy fields expanding into the beyond in new energy fields, actually, with the higher ways of creations. of creation, and they are so majestic. It's like you move from one space into the other, yet you merge these spaces and start to working together with the elements within your body first, and the elements outside, such as the oceans, such as the coral kingdoms that need a lot of help from us, such as elements within our foods. And the importance of creating light body is that there will be nothing else in the end, because that is your true essence. It is, we all need to move in that vibration somehow, and unify somewhere in between, universally speaking, because there is people that go all the way into an extreme high vibration and pull their assignments through on a very, very high level. There's people who struggle a little bit behind, but there's so much technology, easy and go, that changes consciousness overnight. It's up to us to do it, to get the alignments through. So here also I have a lot of online, so you can do it, or set the simplistics at least, to move your body out of the astral planes, move celestial, and get your solar centrum, your solar plexus back in that new sunlight, loading your particular sun stream, and how that vibrates into the higher universal levels with the moon that matches your alignments, your spark, your spirit, your source, the three S's. It's actually an eternal spiral moving up and up and up, never ending, because creation is never ending, evolution is never ending. It's up to us to move right into these spaces, and that is what our birth on the planet is all about, to assist evolution, to cleanse the planet and move it into the vibration of the ascent, which is happening now, and we cannot hold it back. We can only move in great joy towards it, because so much is really being offered. It's up to us to do the work, to move out the lazy syndromes, the stubbornness, the resistance we sometimes still have. And so I encourage really also to go into a higher level of remembrance. And that may pop up like an automatic, remembering some skills. Why are you so good at some things and not the other things? We can move really everything into balance. So, and my first time moving, that was about 18 years ago. That was a very funny thing. I got a very, very clear picture of living within some Indian nation, and some old Indian man came upon me, and he just laughed at me, like he said, "Oh, Nick, get out of your nonsense, and if I get an entity with me that laughs it out, then I know what I need to do, they know how to kick me." And I remember him well, because I saw him in it's like a black sea, a black lake, and I could really see through it and remember things I've been doing millions of years ago. I had a lot of technology from Atlantis as we are rising, and light earth Atlantis, and leaving the broken veins of the old creations behind, because that is a true term. So aligning with the Atlantic oceans in the body will assist a lot to finally leave behind the emotional content and move in the higher sensual vibration, sensitivity, and many higher senses in order to get your universal vibration. And once we move there, there is no stopping you, because it is so easy to leave people behind, to leave relationships behind, because there's no emotion anymore. You know, you just, let's say, complete that at a higher mature level. Talk about leave it and it's gone. No emotion. So that comes in quite handy. Because why should you? If you need to leave it behind and it hurts, why would it hurt if there is such a big golden highway in front of you that offers you so many golden platters? So it's really the week. What I hear is pow pow, pow pow. That comes from my Indian nation as well. It means power up. Take that particular opportunity, power up. The vibrations are all there. It's a matter of alignment. And from the celestial system into the solar straight away into your universal vibration, there is no stopping you. And so these lighted Atlantean crystalline grids are starting to move to every businesses on Earth as well. So that will be very interesting, as we will be talking from the level of our spirit within our heart center. And that's a very high level, because you move completely beyond ego. You cannot have ego in that vibration, and either way you will not want it, because you will know it will break you. And so moving out of lower consciousness or density, negativity, anything, whenever it pops up, there is an easy way to just arc that out, especially your glandular system, because that is the place where it kicks in the most, as it, you know, everything that goes on the brain will expose itself in the body. It is that easy. So another item I'm very, very happy about is people are moving a lot faster now into their light body equipment, but also in their belief system, in their belief back into their spirit, in the divine, in what the universe brings through. And I really love that. Like, you know, just only yesterday, I had a guy calling me up, and he said, hey Nick, I know you do stuff, you know, I've been overdoing in my fitness, and you know, my muscles, I can hardly walk. Said, okay, we do a healing session. So I did a deep healing on his muscular content, opened up his spinal column, got all that stuck patterns out in only 1 simple hour. Well, people work for that on months, many months, and you know, get no results. That's because your vibration doesn't hit the universal level, and you don't have the technology. So I said, okay, that's you know, it was a very strong session. Then again, he was a good young guy. He can handle it. I will never give anything you cannot handle. But that's where my passion is, you know, the healing sessions, and you know, seeing people change overnight. So his eyes opened up. Well, otherwise they were just squirreled. You know, you can do as much fitness as you do. Fitness combined with light technology and breathing that through definitely means you need to put in half the effort, 50%. That's all there is to it. So realigning the spinal column, getting anything that is stuck in your spine, especially, you know, the lower back, is very important to pay attention to, because that is your creativity, your sacral center, aligning to the solar plexus, and then get you woot up, firing up. That is where light body goes. And even there's some people who do not understand light body. There is small things we can do. There is just, you know, a foundational equipment where you set your chakra system, your light body in a crystalline grid, work your vibration upon that. And I also have about 12 sessions that work with each way and that clear out your entire organism, from the muscular structure into the bone structure, the blood circulation, the breath. There is no end to what can be cleared, and to get yourself into that higher consciousness, working with all 12 ways of creation, because that is what light body is really about. And that is what communication is about. So you start communicating with your own organism and command it out. You need to hit that level of your command station and fuel that beam of light through, in order to be to enable self to make it work, right? But then, we all work very hard to get these crystalline grids back into the earth, and reason for all the changes coming through. And so, we can play around and do stuff, but we need to get very serious, because the divine is very serious. The divine is so much fun, so much creation, so much love. Maybe only half a percentage of humanity hit that, and that's quite not enough. We need to move in that that thrill within your heart, the beauty. I want to see the beauty within you, and hit that. And so that guy, he called me this morning. He said, "You know what, Nick? It was like gone in half an hour," and then he stumbled over his words. I said, "Yeah, you're starting to believe now, right? You're starting to believe light technology, which is pure consciousness. You override with a particular consciousness in a particular way over the consciousness that broke something down in the body. It is that simple. And then again, it upgrades all of the time, and gets so interesting. You get into the wheels of light, and this wheel gets you in a higher vibration. So that is tuning in, especially here this week, moving forwards. What people know is, the very potent energies coming through Mars and Uranus, with just the power, and Pluto behind it, but in a higher vibration. It gets you into Sirius A and B, and how that aligns to your sun stream. And also in, of course, that is the beauty of the high heart, moving through with little and bigger dippers in the celestial system, opening up into the green dragon, and how to align that beyond Venus into Andromeda and the pink dragon vibration, which is extremely high in vibration. It makes you shut up. So this makes you shut up, because you get so peaceful, and so it gives your heart the time to realign to what you exactly want. Because I see many people moving through the illusion like, what the hell have I been living with and through, and what the hell did I accept all of my lifetime? So this is the time to say, just kick it out. The grids, if you move into the crystalline grids and you work with many grid systems in the body, they'll kick it out. They talk for you, they do the work. How handy is it, really, And then there's just, the highest level of respect, your humility, your connection to your source. That is your devotional time. When knowing how to align, give that time, because it's immense, so immense. What grandiose gifts we are being given. So much help and support. So here as well, reading sessions with me can get very interesting, because I think there's only one thing that is important. What is that particular solo thing that holds you back from moving fast forward, and how will you move through it? Because that particular thing may be such a large ley line that fractures you over and over again. We can offer easy advice like, hey, this is what you can really hit right now. Let's move through it, let's set it in, and then you have a choice. And really change overnight. That is what is coming true. It's up to us to make that choice. If we don't, we keep on, circling around until we move back into the mud. But like the lotus flower, that rises beyond the mud and opens up in our brainwaves with many languages of light. I have a very beautiful alignment on that as well. That's big fun, getting an alphabet into that lotus that opens the brainwaves on a larger level, and working with the oceanic vibration, such as the whales that understand us on a high level, and the dolphin frequency, and many other sea life as well. That is so beautiful, because I had, most of the time when I do an alignment, I had experienced that myself, and so I get directions from the elements, so they got me into a very high level of pearlescent vibration, working like with pearls and what they can do, and how they can deblock, unblock, eliminate stuff in your energy field or chakra system. And so that is so beautiful. So here, give it a few thoughts. What will you do in this powerful time moving ahead? Taking yourself into a new level of strength. Pow how, pow how. Power up. So look at what you can do in your fitness level. That is one thing. What can you do for your emotional level and kick that out? What can you do for your spiritual level? How can you give a higher level of devotional time and get your universal information down there? What can you do about your mental body and get that into a higher level of intelligence? Moving along a higher level of balance and wisdom into the entity that you are. Because we all have assignments to fulfill. And so my thing is really eye-brains, unified fields. Yes, of course, moving out of the mind control. So moving the mind out of the body, kicking it out of your brain, means your brain can run full force, 500 miles an hour. Okay, because we have those skills, yes, of course, and we're being assisted as well. But when we keep on holding on the old crap in the brain, so to speak, and the illusionary atmosphere, that is the conditions you will get. You want to move into abundance, prosperity, success, joyful living standards, high level of balance, then start to think about how you're going to kick that in. So here, for those who want to do the alignment and get your syllabus, your prosperity syllabus moving through, that's going to be interesting in my circle of light with the horse of light, Shambhala. And putting those names down, and I'll put you on many levels within the crystalline kingdoms, because that's going to be very potent. Another offers for those who do not want the alignment to sit in these high vibrations and at least move in the fields of instant manifestations, and your ley line with the divine that bring these manifestations through, can also get... I've been recording last night, like I don't sleep anyways. I said it would be a great thing to record like about 100 affirmations. Affirmations are very, very strong. And so I created an MP3 that you can run at night as it overrides the subconscious levels, and you get into a higher level of illumination. And so running that through, let's say for the next 7 days, it's going to override the old newscast in your brain. So don't watch any news or, TV series and shows that click into your mind and without knowing it. So living the illusion and being unconscious of the facts of how these energies move into your head can be detrimental. So I would advise to move out of it. So that's very fun if you want that, and move into my circle of light with that next power moon in Mars, and moving with the knowledge in your high heart and your heart aligned to it. I mean, what can possibly go wrong? That is all to do with the elements. Manifestation happens instantly with the elements, and that needs a vibration out of the matrix. There is no other way. That is universally, divinely defined, and actually is pure logic as well. You cannot possibly manifest stuff in a fractured embodiment, in a fractured consciousness. So take a good look at your environment and kick out anything you don't use anymore, and make a clean house really until that moon hits, and write down everything you want, and it will happen in divine will timing. So those who want that only, that's available for $3.33 only, just to get everybody together. For me, it's a big, I love challenges, but this time universally only, and love to know about you. So when I put all these names with me in that circle of light, you will feel, you cannot escape it, a very high frequency matching where your vibration is at that particular time, and bring your intentions to it anyways when that full moon happens, and talk to a crystal ball, put that crystal ball right in your head, because actually that's a good example. That is a good example. I just love, you can't see it, the rainbows, I think, on video. Okay. Is representative of the master source stone that was broken and that's seated on top of our midbrain and our direct connect to our source, and what that can load. So also in my seminars, that is being repaired, resetting the crystal kingdom in your body, your master source stone, and getting the equivalent of vibration to the ascendant realms, and thus meeting up with the ascendant ones. This time around they are called teams of light on every way or vibration, and sub-teams, and it's immense. All these bigger support systems, and moving into a higher level of mental capabilities that moves along with your particular assignments. So, and that is so different for everybody. Anyways, it's a big call for people to step into their light body and start to acclimate to it, and bring your alignments to your source, your spark, and your spirit. And your spirit will override anything that is ego consciousness, which is a necessity. It is not simple as a choice, it is a necessity. As long as we do not override anything that is judgment and opinion coming from the ego realms or the matrix, we will not move into these higher frequencies and all that has to offer. Man, I cannot wait until we hit 2019. It's going very fast, and I think in 2020 we are even hitting a complete different embodiment. And so I hope you will stay with us, as many are leaving the earth plane that cannot handle the vibrations coming through. There is so much work to do, especially in the food industry. You know, there's hardly anything I can eat from a supermarket, so I have to look around. I'm not that hungry all the time, but sometimes, you know, the proper foods, new elements will bring through new nutrition and new seeds of light. I've seen in the I was carried through the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and I've been shown seeds, black seeds actually, humanity do not know about, which are high nutritional. And so there's many things like these that will come up that has been hidden, so to speak, to humanity, but nothing has ever been hidden really. It's up to us to open or physicalize the third, fourth, fifth eyes. Let's start with the first illusionary eyes, you know, clear the physical vibration. And so it's easy to decipher people who work within a light contingent, the atmospheric alignments that align to that purity or not, because it is felt in their energy field, it is seen in their body, it is seen in their strength, their mental strength, the way they speak, their communication. It's seen in the light in their eyes, and eventually the skin is changing when moving full-time with the elements. So everything needs to really balance out in order to get your vibration in that particular movement. We don't need motivation from other people. We need our own locomotive and make that run really fast. Motivate yourself. So here I have those that MP3 I made last night. I liked it. You can run through. It's easy. I mean, you can fall asleep with it as your subconsciousness level will take over the affirmation, and so you will change. You know, that is a form of overriding density. It's a way of easygoing in that new brain set, and we have to do that ourselves along with so many new things, you know. I would say that when you move through that vibration this week and you have your intention totally on the vibration of a new life, because new life brings prosperity, new life brings new ideas, and have your intention on meeting up new people all of the time. And that is so interesting. Alignment and linking up with them. Get that that light technology to link with people worldwide. That is unification. That is new business. That is new relationships. But my feelers go like, people want that these relationships that vibrate on a higher level of intelligence, which is big fun. Intelligence is fun, you know. That is where the creator cell gets into a. That is how I paint, actually. You know, it just flops out out of my hands. I always paint with my hands. I can't paint with brushes or anything, or I just paint with lace around my feet. So that is so beautiful. Set yourself, set your intentions to that level, to what success means for you, because that is so different for everybody. And that very high level of communication is also up there this week in the etheric realms, that is moving through and giving us so many gifts, so you can communicate yourself out of the old in correlation with people that either stay on a higher vibration or leave your circle of light, so to speak. Because if there's anything you do not accept and do not like, even if it is 2 millimeters, that can hold you back from achieving what you want. So look at yourself. Is it fear? Is it resistance? Is it laziness? Is it whatever? Be honest. We all have these levels. And you know, also for myself, things popped up like in an hour time. About 50, 60 things popped up in my energy. I said, oh my, is this still sticking to me? So, all right, let's deal with it. Why now again? Then my vibration lifted. I mean, I am unstoppable. Pow, how. So my message here, to move into that big wheel of prosperity, what people term the wheel of fortune. Make your crystal ball running and, you know, bring your fortune through. So I encourage you to really connect to the divine, your source, spiritual spark, and think about what you really want to invest in. What is it worth? And that is, in the first place, investing in a higher level of devotional time, because that is the space where your information comes from. Should you have difficulties and want to invest in the alignments, they're all up there. And I hope people are interested to move into my circle of light, get that alignment through, or just, you know, go through the affirmations and let's hit that moon real big and allow our brain set to move into prosperity, your level of abundant success, which should give you joy and balance and a higher frequency into the beauty that you all are. The beautiful, gentle man and gentle woman merging on a higher level within all relationships. Enjoy your time with the divine, the universe, and your prosperous avenues. Thank you so much for watching. Do know I appreciate your subscribing to my channel, commenting. I love communicating, liking. Like, I'm all new here on YouTube, so I'm trying to build my channel and share, like it. I'm so grateful to be able to be here in this beautiful, beautiful time set. Wish you all so much luck. All my love to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.